All right, so get this. We're diving into some brand new AI research today, like hot off the press new.
Oh, wow.
A paper that literally just dropped today, November 22nd, 2024. And let me tell you, it's
Yeah.
making
I
waves.
bet. What's it called?
It's called Hymba, a hybrid head architecture for small language models.
Hymba. Okay.
And the brains behind it are Shin and a whole team from NVIDIA and other institutions.
Interesting. So, what's all the buzz about? Why is everyone so excited about Hymba?
Well, you know how we always talk about those large language models, the ones powering things like, oh, ChatGPT
Yeah, yeah.
or
Sort of.
spacing technology, right? But they're kind of like, well, they're power hogs.
Oh, I see. Yeah. They eat up so much computing power and memory. It's crazy.
It's a real problem, actually. It limits who can use them and how quickly they can work.
Makes sense. Not everyone has access to a supercomputer, right?
Exactly. So that's where Hymba comes in. It's a new family of, get this, small language models
Fine.
designed to be way more efficient.
Okay, I'm intrigued. But if they're smaller, does that mean they're not as capable?
That's the cool part. They've found a way to shrink them down without losing their smarts.
Really? How'd they pull that off?
They've combined two really powerful techniques. One is the transformer attention.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. That's like the engine behind most of these large language models, right?
Exactly, it's like the gold standard. But then they added something else, state space models, SSMs.
SSMs. Okay, now you're going to have to remind me. What are those all about again?
Yeah, SSMs, they're like a whole different way for language models to process information.
Ah, okay.
Think of them like super efficient, especially when it comes to memory. They've been used in models like Mamba.
Right, right. I'm starting to remember now. Okay, so they're mixing these two approaches. Is that what makes Himba special?
Well, it's part of it,
Yeah.
but the real magic is in what they call the hybrid head.
Hybrid head.
Okay,
Right?
so instead of just stacking layers of attention and SSMs on top of each other, like a layer cake,
Yep.
they created a module where both of them operate at the same time, in parallel, within the same layer.
Side by side. Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's wild, and you're probably thinking, what's the big deal about that?
Yeah, I'm curious. Why is that such a game changer?
Okay, so picture this. Imagine you're trying to remember a party you went to.
All right. Fun party, lots of people.
Right. So the attention heads, those are like the vivid snapshots in your memory.
Like someone telling a hilarious joke or that amazing kick they had.
Exactly.
Huh.
Specific details. But the SSMs, those are more like the overall feeling you remember.
Oh, I see. Like the warmth, the laughter, the sense of connection you felt.
Boom. You got it. Hymba uses both of those things to understand what it's reading.
That's a really cool analogy. I get it now. So the attention heads capture the specifics, and the SSMs capture the bigger picture.
Yeah. And because they're running in parallel, each layer gets the benefits of both detailed recall and efficient summarization.
Best of both worlds. So this all sounds pretty amazing, but does it actually work in practice?
Now that's the really exciting part.
Oh, they put it through a whole bunch of tests. Common sense reasoning, question answering.
Like real world challenges.
Oh, yeah. They even threw in what they call a needle in a haystack test.
Ooh, sounds tough. What's that?
Basically, seeing how well it can pick out specific information from a ton of text. Like finding a single needle in a giant haystack.
Ah, so like testing its ability to really zero in on the important stuff?
Exactly. And get this, even though Hymba is considered a small model, one version of it, Hymba 1.5b.
1.5B.
Yeah, that refers to the number of parameters it has. Anyway, it actually outperformed a lot of other models in its class, even beat out the bigger Llama 3.2 3B model.
Whoa, wait, hold on. It beat out a larger model.
Yep, pretty impressive, right? Especially when you consider how much more efficient Hymba is with memory and processing power.
So it's smaller, faster, and more powerful.
Okay, now I'm really interested. How did they pull that off? What's the secret ingredient here?
Well, they've got another trick up their sleeve, something called meta tokens. Meta tokens. All right, now you've got to explain that one.
Think of it like, okay, have you ever read a news article where the headline's super catchy, but then the actual important stuff is buried, like paragraphs down?
Oh, yeah. Like, just get to the point already.
Right. Well, it turns out language models can have that same problem. Sometimes those initial tokens, even if they're not really important for understanding the meaning, can throw them off.
So they get distracted by the fluff.
Exactly. That's where meta tokens come in. They're like little flags that say, hey, pay attention to this part.
So it's almost like giving the model a pre-reading summary, highlighting the key points.
You got it. And the researchers found that these meta tokens helped Hymba in a couple of key ways. First, they boosted its recall accuracy. And second, they help to get better at, reasoning about everyday concepts.
Wow, so it's like they're not just feeding the model information, they're actually teaching it how to think.
In a way, yeah. And remember, all of this is happening while using less memory and processing power. It's amazing.
It's almost too good to be true. Okay, so we've got the hybrid heads. We've got the meta tokens. Is there anything else that makes Hymba so efficient?
There's one more piece of the puzzle we haven't talked about yet, the way Hymba handles its memory.
Okay, I'm all ears. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
All right. So imagine you're looking at a giant panoramic photo.
Ah, got it.
Amazing to see the whole picture, right? But sometimes you want to zoom in on a specific detail.
Oh, yeah, like when you're trying to find yourself in a crowd shot.
Exactly. Well, traditional large language models, they're kind of like those panoramic photos. They rely heavily on what's called global attention.
Global attention. So, like, they're paying attention to everything all at once.
Yep. Which makes sense, but it can be really demanding. It's like trying to juggle 100 things at the same time.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a problem.
But in Hymba, things work a little differently because those SSM heads are already doing such a great job of summarizing the overall context, capturing the big picture.
Hymba doesn't have to go into full-on global attention mode all the time.
Exactly. They found that by combining global attention with local attention, which focuses on smaller chunks of information, they could make things way more efficient.
Ah, so it's like they're giving the model permission to take a break, focus on one thing at a time.
You got it. It's all about finding the right balance. And you know what? They actually found that this approach led to some pretty big improvements. Not only in efficiency, but also in Hymba's ability to reason and understand complex ideas.
So it's not just about doing things faster, it's about doing them smarter.
Right. And it really makes you think. I mean, what if this is just the beginning? What if we're on the cusp of something truly revolutionary?
Okay, now you've got me thinking, what kind of revolution are we talking about?
Imagine AI so powerful, but so compact that it could run right on your phone.
Wow, hold on. No more needing a supercomputer or waiting forever for things to load?
Exactly. Think about it. Truly personalized AI assistants right in your pocket.
Not just like setting reminders and playing music.
No, way beyond that.
Mm.
Assistants that actually get to know you, your preferences, your habits, even anticipate your needs.
Hold up. An AI that knows I need more coffee before I do?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of scary, but also kind of awesome.
Yeah. I mean, there are definitely some ethical things to consider as AI gets more integrated into our lives. But think of the possibilities. Smart homes that really understand you.
Okay, so like adjusting the lights or temperature based on my mood.
Exactly. Or even like walking you through cooking a new recipe. But, it goes beyond just convenience.
Yeah.
This kind of AI accessibility could be huge for education, healthcare, all kinds of fields.
Okay, now you're talking. Give me some examples.
Well, imagine students in remote areas having personalized AI tutors.
Oh, wow.
Or doctors out in the field using AI-powered diagnostic tools. We can revolutionize things. And for creative folks, think of AI as a partner.
A partner?
Yeah, to help brainstorm ideas, generate content, even compose music.
This is blowing my mind. But this all comes back to those Hymba innovations, right?
Right. The hybrid architecture, the meta tokens, the way it manages memory. It just goes to show how research and creativity can lead to these breakthroughs that have the potential to change everything.
It's like they cracked the code. Made AI not just powerful, but actually usable.
Exactly. And that brings up a really interesting question. Do you think Hymba's success could mean
Mean what?
that the future of AI isn't about building bigger, more complex models, but maybe it's about finding those elegant, efficient solutions that make AI accessible to everyone?
That's a really good question. Definitely something to think about. Well, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into Hymba.
It's been a fascinating look into the future of AI.
I hope you've enjoyed learning about this groundbreaking new development as much as we have. And remember, the world of technology is always changing, so keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious. Until next time.